for today's cup of coffee, we have a bit of a different blend. We have a different grind today. You have to make all these coffee references. It's a theme.
It's a deadly coffee edition.
Well, yeah. No, it's deadly if I don't have the coffee. That's when you talk about a migraine from hell.
No, there was a coffee called Death Wish because it was like supposed to be the blackest coffee.
Well, there's one. Let's see, is that the one that I have?
Yeah, and you were disappointed by it.
Well, there was one kind that I do like. I can't remember what the name of it is right now. I should have looked it up, but it's one of those that is a little usually above my price range. So, but it's good. It's good. It's one of those that I save that for when I go to Aunt Mom's. So, I had to remember the name of it and put that in the description box because it really is good.
Yeah.
But no, I don't think I've tried the Death Wish yet. Did I? I know that I tried the different blends by Spring Hill Jack, which I love their marketing.
I thought you did try the Death Wish thing and you weren't impressed by it.
No, but
you want me to get you a bag?
Maybe for my birthday you can get me a bag of it. But
it's July something.
I actually did a
Yo, better wish her a happy birthday, damn it.
Sorry. But the other one from the Spring Hill Jack, and it wasn't that the coffee was bad, but as far as it being that robust and that dark of a roast and stuff, and it wasn't. And I did an accurate review broth style review, goth review broth. And the company, I don't think that they appreciated it. It wasn't bad. It just wasn't,
You never responded, did they?
No. Afterwards, when I told them that I was going to do a video, and they're like, oh, cool, send us a link. And I did, and so I never heard from them again. But it's okay, because I told the truth. Anyhow, we're going to be talking something today, since we alluded to the fact that Meatloaf had passed, and that had affected us greatly. And so, as a tribute to him, because music is something that is just as intimate to me as books. I think it's that way with a lot of people. Some people, they're just sort of like, yeah, la la la.
Well, music is very intimate to me, but it's not. Books are nowhere near as intimate as music is. Music is like ultra important.
Right. And a lot of people are drawn to different types of music because it expresses what they can't in the same way.
Yeah, you call me depressed all the time because
I do, because you listen to some of these people and I'm like, oh my God, it's just draggy and different things like that. But
it's just because I'm a Pisces.
Well, that could be too. That very well could be too. But the combination of Jim Steinman and Meatloaf, that was just
perfection.
It was very much perfection. And I actually have found that Meatloaf made a prediction about his death. And we'll get to that here in a moment. But God love him, Paul Seaburn from Mysterious Universe. He was discussing in an article that called The Late Singer and Actor Meatloaf had a paranormal side. And that Meatloaf's actual name was Marvin Lee Aday.
Aww. I like that name.
I do
like
too.
That name a lot.
I do too. And it's like, I don't know, Marvin. Maybe I'd rather have been called Meatloaf. I don't know. But
Every
anyhow,
single time I think of hear Marvin, I think of Marvin the Martian.
Yeah.
Which I like him.
Umi.
Yeah.
We always called him Umi. There's a reason for that. There's a story behind that.
Okay.
And
you're gonna have to tell me that later.
You really. And of course, some of his best known songs, "Bat Out of Hell," "I'd Do Anything for Love," his acting roles, such as Eddie in the Rocky Horror Picture Show,
which was good.
It was awesome. It
Didn't
really
he get
was.
cut back up or something?
And Dennis, the bus driver in Spice World, the movie. And I don't know that I have seen that.
Spice World movie. That's Spice Girls. Spice World was the girls.
That's why I never saw it.
I was never into Spice Girls when I was little, so of course you didn't see it.
Yeah, oh God. Anyhow.
I like them now, but like...
But he also had connections to a paranormal world, including an ironic one scheduled for next month. And, so they're going to look at his encounters with ghosts and aliens. It says in a 2012 interview in Tone Deaf, Meatloaf jokingly dismissed drugs or the many concussions he'd suffered as the reason he'd seen ghosts. In 2013, WBSM.com reported he was retiring from the concert road and planned to join his friend Jason Hawes and the Atlantic Paranormal Society TAPS team on the Ghost Hunters. Mm-hmm. And he also mentioned an interest in investigating ghosts with another friend, fellow singer Robbie Williams, who is also a well-known UFO hunter.
Hell yeah.
Now, Meatloaf appeared on Ghost Hunters in 2009, and that was episode Bat Out of Hell, and then in 2010, the episode Sloss Furnaces.
Huh.
So that was really pretty cool. We'll have to go and look for those.
By the way, that's like whatever thing that you heard from the mic there. That was high-low.
Cats, because they have no respect.
Absolutely no respect.
And it says, in a sad coincidence, it was just announced that Meatloaf would make a special guest appearance on the reboot of Ghost Hunters, and that's supposed to be the February 12th episode, The Haunted House on the Hill, where he joins the TAPS team in investigating an old Tennessee farmhouse known for paranormal activity. I wonder if they'll go ahead and show that episode.
I don't know. They'll probably show it, but I don't know if they'll show his part in it.
Why would they not?
I don't know. Maybe I don't know if they completed it or not. Did it say that it completed filming? Because who knows how long ago they filmed stuff? Because you know how they film stuff like a year before or something.
Well, that could be. It may not have. I don't know. We'll have to find out. We'll have to do more research on that one. Now, it's pretty cool that on Legacy.com that they do have a huge obituary. And I will put that in the description link. Mm-hmm. And, of course, he died January the 20th, 2022 at the age of 74. And somehow we forget that people age because we just think of them being the same forever as they are in the videos.
Well, that's how I was with Betty White. I was like, oh, she's going to live forever. Nope.
Right. Now, there was a gentleman that, his name is Tyler Aquilina. As best as I can tell.
Tortilla.
And this is from the website Entertainment, and this was updated January the 22nd, 2022, and the link will be there, and you can read the full article. And the article is entitled, On Bat Out of Hell, Meatloaf and Jim Steinman Immortalized Each Other.
Wow. Yeah.
And Jim Steinman, again, he was the writer behind the songs.
They worked perfectly together.
Right.
There was that's a chemistry like no other.
Absolutely. And I think it's interesting that people, this is the thing about lead singers, they forget everybody else.
Yeah.
And it's the writers, unless they are the writers, and the band members, and it is a band, it's not just the front man. And those band members, a lot of times they have to sort of quail their ego a little bit because they do not get the credit that they need and deserve a lot of times.
Yeah, all the focus is on the singer all the time.
Absolutely, and a lot of times they're the ones that go batshit crazy because never believe your own hype.
Unless you're a solo artist, then that doesn't count.
Then that's okay. But they had quoted something by Meatloaf that when he was interviewed by Rolling Stone in 2021, and he actually predicted his death.
I want to know.
And the quote is, after Steinman died, his nurse, Mary Beth, left me a message, me being Meatloaf, saying how much that he had loved me. She said I was the one person he needed more than anyone else in his life. I don't want to die, but I may die this year because of Jim. I'm always with him, and he's right here with me now. I've always been with Jim, and Jim has always been with me. We belonged heart and soul to each other. We didn't know each other. We were each other, end quote.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
That's...
So he did.
Mm-hmm. That's insane.
So you heard it here first on Cup of Coffee that Meatloaf did predict his death.
Yeah.
And Jim Steinman is, I've got a link to his legacy.com obituary, which is amazing. And he died April the 19th, 2021. So Meatloaf died within a year of it. So he called it at a hospital in Connecticut of kidney failure at age 73. You know, and one hell of a legacy these guys did leave.
Yeah.
And Steinman had stated in 1979 to Rolling Stone, quote, "My songs are anthems to those moments when you feel like you're on the head of a match that's burning. They're anthems to the essence of rock and roll, to a world that despises inaction and loves passion and rebellion. They're anthems to the kind of feeling that you get listening to Be My Baby by the Ronettes. That's what I love about anthems, the fury, the melody, and the passion," end quote.
All about the music, too.
It is. And that's the difference between people who play music and people who are music, that it flows through them. I mean, it is, could it be a form of channeling? I don't know. I think it's a connection that a very rare amount of people have. And that's the thing, when you listen, when you become part of that process.
See, I don't think that's channeling at all. I think it's just the music consumes you. The music is just a wonderland. It's a completely different world.
It is. It is.
And a world that everybody wants in. It's a party anybody and everybody can be in.
Sure.
At any time they want.
Sure.
All they have to do is flip that song on, whatever they want at the moment. There you go.
And the world can go away for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
And you can be transported to any place on the planet, any place off of the planet. Mm-hmm. And that's any kind of music that speaks to you. Now if it's giving you a negative message, then that's, that can be a problem, because we do have that out there.
I mean, Insane Clown Posse promoting murder, even though they don't actually do.
Well, in some ways, that type of music can be cathartic.
Oh, yeah. Have you heard?
Get that out of your system so that you don't go out there and hurt somebody.
Oh, yeah. One of their songs was trending on TikTok. I don't remember the name of the song, but it was good as fuck. It was really good. Mm-mm. But yeah, it was trending. And it was basically, the trend was get out all your rage with this song.
Well, yeah, I can see that. But when you're...
Act like you are able to get revenge on the person or whatever.
Right. And it's like video games, that they can be very cathartic. Mm-hmm. But when you have a song that is truly telling people to go out there and do bad things, now that's when you're sitting there going,
no.
This is an agenda. This is not a song. Because they are out there that are agenda-driven songs. But Mr. Aquilina, he had a great statement here, and he said, Steinman's songs can't just be sung, they have to be performed. Mm-hmm. And that is true. And to a degree that Steinman, in some ways, was their theater kid on the fringe, with the Broadway-esque type things, and he found the perfect person who not only understood what he was trying to do, but he did what needed to be done through Meatloaf. Mm-hmm. Just an amazing combination. And one of the things, everybody was sort of grieving that was a fan of these, of this music, that there were actually people that were celebrating Meatloaf's passing because they didn't agree with his political agenda. And to those people, all I can say is you need to do a little bit of self-reflection and find out what a vile, despicable human being that you are. Mm-hmm. That you would applaud someone's death because that you have a different political view. Yep. Now that's just disgusting. And I'm very angered over that. There's people that I don't agree with their political whatever. That's the reason, if you're an artist musical or whatever. And yes, it is everybody's right to, we do have freedom of speech, sort of, kind of, and to show your own views and stuff like that. But for the most part, for your fan base and stuff, keep that stuff to yourself, really. Mm-hmm. To your close friends and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Because again, you are creating that illusion with the music. And, in some ways they are product. I mean, they're people, but this is how they're making their money. There needs to be a separation somehow between who they are actually versus who they are on the stage. Mm-hmm. It's hard for a lot of us to do that separation. There's an old quote that says, never meet your heroes.
Yeah.
Because they will never, be able to live up to the pedestal that a lot of us put them on. And then there's a lot of hoopla about Meatloaf, the way that he passed. So while the media get their last pound of flesh, surrounding the reason for his passing, I will always believe that his ultimate cause of death was a broken heart.
Yep, I believe that.
Yeah. Because of the passing of Jim Steinman. And now they had a falling out. That happens frequently when you've got artistic differences, when you're around people all the time.
Everybody's going to have spats now.
Throw money into the mix, and oh my God, if you really want to know who somebody is at the core of themselves, have money involved. Yeah. And I will tell you, nobody will fuck you over like family.
Oh, yeah.
So, but some people may not be as huge fans of Meatloaf and Jim Steinman as ourselves. They may not be the connoisseurs. And so for those people, I have a huge, well, it's not huge, but a list of videos and links, of course, that they can go and listen to the music and celebrate these people's legacies and their lives. Mm-hmm. And Jim Steinman didn't write songs just for Meatloaf. Meatloaf was just amazing to act these things out. Steinman's style of writing is very unique. Lots of piano, because he did play piano. He was with the group there, like Bat Out of Hell. Mm-hmm. And it's one of the videos, and in the background there he is playing the piano, just banging away on that thing. He just owned that instrument. He truly did. But he also wrote for the movie Streets of Fire.
Hell yeah.
He wrote some of those. Those were great. Bonnie Tyler, for those who have not been children's of the 80s, with Holding Out for a Hero. And let's see, I was trying to think the other one that she did there. Yeah, that was a Total Eclipse of the Heart. That was her huge one. But yeah, Streets of Fire Tonight is what it means to be young. And there was the other one. What surprised me that I found out today was that he was a co-writer and co-producer on one of my favorite groups' favorite songs, and that was Sisters of Mercy More. So yeah. I thought, how cool is that? It figures that he would have been in on that. But amazing, very gothic lyrics, very haunting lyrics. I would do anything for love, but I won't do that. Now, I put the video version of it, which I was upset with it when they first did that, because it cut. The whole song is about 12 minutes long.
That's a bathroom break song.
It is.
And then some.
The video is 7 minutes long, but within the editing of that, and it's a glorious video. But it butchers the song. When you listen to the actual song, and there's so much cut out of it that it loses a lot of the meaning. So I did put a link for just the song and the lyrics on that. I hope so. I just grabbed something, whatever came up on my search first. I hope that they're pretty decent. I tried to get the official videos. Celine Dion went on to claim to fame with It's All Coming Back to Me Now, but I put the version in there of Meatloaf and the lady that sang with him, because the passion that man had, not only in singing but also in acting, the videos are phenomenal. It just Objects in the Rearview Mirror, that one, oh my God. Get you a box of Kleenex to sit beside you while you watch and listen to some of these, because they are that heart-wrenching on some of them.
Yeah.
I heard it stated one time that Meatloaf was one of the most unlikely rock stars ever because of his personal appearance. I mean, he was,
judge a book by its cover.
Absolutely. He was a big guy. He was out there just sweating, everything, and was glorious. Not everybody has to be one of these little skinny, wormy looking people to get up on stage and do stuff.
They got a tapeworm.
I think a lot of them do have a tapeworm.
I mean, that was a thing. That was apparently a thing back in the whatever years, the tapeworm diet.
Yeah, God, that's crazy. There's lots of crazy. So if you've got talent, you've got a passion to get out there. I don't care what size you are. You get out there. You show the world that you can do.
Yeah.
And it's like, you go beyond the physical whatever. Get over that. If you've got a problem with how somebody else looks or whatever, get over that. That's your problem. That's not that person's problem. You don't know their life. You don't know their world. You don't know their story.
Nope.
People have this tendency to judge, and we've been talking about this for weeks, as far as looking at someone else and making these assumptions. And it's like, no, until you know somebody, until you have walked a mile in their shoes, don't be making no judgments, because that judgment can be made on you. Yeah. Christ said that.
Yep.
He's a good one to quote. I quote a lot of people.
You do.
But off camera, I quote Christ the most. So, yeah, that was a different type of cup of coffee, but for Meatloaf to predict his own death there. Yeah.
It's heartbreaking.
It is heartbreaking, and even as I had to get myself situated to go ahead and make the video so I didn't cry, because I figured I would. Yeah. Because
it's okay to cry.
Yeah, but I don't want to do that. And everybody's like, she blubbering on the camera there.
I blubbered when Betty White died.
Well, it's all right. Not on the camera, you didn't.
Well, not on the camera,
well,
but
that's what I'm saying. But this music has been so vital to my life. And I mean, as far as Bat Out of Hell and to find the official video from, that song was made in 1977.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you sit there and you're going, oh hell, where did the time go? Because in 1977 I was 12 years old. Yeah.
That's how I am with some of the music that I listen to now, and it's like, holy shit, that was made in 2001.
Yeah.
That was so many years ago.
Well, and it's just,
it feels like it was like so, it feels like it was close to yesterday or even last week.
And that is the basis of the song Objects in the Rearview Mirror. But now within that, there's some hardcore situations that this individual supposedly went through. And another thing about Steinman, that brilliant, like that gothic, romantic, just will bring you out emotionally, and in the midst of it, he will have some lyrics that you're going, wait, did they really say that? that it's not just innuendo, but you're going,
it's like, holy hell, how'd they get away with that?
Right. That was like that one that I had not heard, and I think I had until this evening. And in this is this song of betrayal, and that the guy had seen his girlfriend with his best friend, and then as the song goes on, it's like, I saw you with my 2 best friends, and then it keeps going on in the next lyric and not missing a beat on it. It's like, I saw you with all my best friends. It's like, oh my God, it's like, honey, let her go.
She's a hoe. She's not even a whore. She's a slut.
Yeah,
she doesn't even get paid for it.
No, she's just giving it away. But anyhow, it's just so lyrics like that on these, on these songs. Read the lyrics, because there's a lot there that you've probably missed. And of course, Paradise by the Dashboard Light, that is a classic. If you have not heard that, go back and just go down memory road.
Yes.
Or for those of you who aren't familiar with Loaf and Jim Steinman's music, you get to explore new things.
Absolutely. It's a wonderland.
It is a wonderland.
Good old rock and roll.
Oh, it's just amazing. Amazing stuff. Good stuff. But like I said, on a lot of them, have your box of Kleenex handy, because they
Don't cry on the keyboard. It will short it out.
I have a couple of cats handy that you can wipe your nose on them too.
You can wipe it
They do that on us.
Yeah.
Why shouldn't we reciprocate there?
Especially a certain someone.
Yeah. So anyhow,
We see you, squeaker.
a little bit of a different cup today, but as I was doing the research, and it's like, oh my God, he predicted his death. Yeah. So you heard it here first.
Yes.
Anyhow, if you've had experiences, what?
I don't know what I was going to say. I forgot it mid-sentence.
If you have experiences with the paranormal, supernatural, prophecies, encounters, UFOs. UFOs.
Prophet? He's not a Christian.
UFOs, aliens,
Dark
cryptids.
side.
Well, this gave me a break, because I had actually, for 2 days, been researching HARP and Edward Snowden, and it was getting to me. It really was, because you go down some of those rabbit holes, and it's just like, it was dizzying. It was dizzying me.
Yep.
So, that's the reason some of those longer ones take me a while, because there is such a vast amount of information. I have to try to get that, read, edited to some degree to where I don't sound like a blithering idiot. I always, the idiot's always there, but it's a matter of whether or not I blither. And mentally, some of these things are really rough. How could they not be? When you're dealing with the evil that is facing our world right now, your brain needs a break for a little while. So, but Meatloaf, God love him, and Jim Steinman, God bless them both, and I hope that they are creating wonderful music even as we speak, and I hope that they have influenced others to create wonderful music.
Yes.
So if you've got local, regional, family, myths, legends, whatever, any of those things, send us an email, cupofcoffeewithscream@gmail.com.
Yes.
Know that you're loved, and that your presence on this planet matters, and that you can make a difference. And like I said, if you're one of those people that does not want to get up and sing or whatever, or act, because you aren't you're overly concerned about how you look and how people will perceive you, you go out there, you do you. Live your dream. Don't let somebody else squelch that. Yep. So,
Yep.
we'll see you on the next cup, and y'all have a beautiful, blessed day.
Don't forget to like, share, comment, and most of all, subscribe and click that little notification bell in case y'all want daily uploads, because that is what we do. We will catch you all on the next one. Bye.
Bye.